Make stuff and craft with me. Let's turn the ordinary into fantasy. Create a world wild and free. Make stuff and craft with me.
Hiya, in this tutorial I'm going to show you a really simple way of how to turn normal yarn, like any yarn, into needle felting. And you just need like one of these wire brushes, and you can get them really cheaply. It doesn't need to be a professional thing. I'm just using these ones that you can use for pets, to like when you brush their coats and stuff. They're literally just £1 each, so you need 2 of them. And I'm just going to use some acrylic yarn here because it works with that too. And we're just going to make some needle felting yarn. So this is really good if you just need a tiny bit of colour and you don't want to buy like a whole bunch of needle felting yarn just for one little colour, but you've got the yarn colour that you need. So you just cut a few lengths of the yarn. Doesn't have to be long. I say if you only need a little bit, that's fine. So I'm just going to wrap it around my finger just so I can hold it tight. And then the wire brush, I'm just going to brush it, starting from the bottom. Just going to break up those fibres, and then when it gets all fluffy, you can then use it for needle felting. So this is a really cheap way as well of getting into needle felting, like if you want to practice and stuff before you go ahead and buy like the more expensive stuff. It works just as well. So some of it will break off, but don't worry, you can still use that, just not at the moment. So you want to break this up until it's nice and smooth and fluffy. If you can see like clumps and stuff in it, just work it a bit more. Sometimes it does take a while to get it to that consistency, but it will. So often just take the excess out of your brush because you don't want it too clumped up, and just carry on brushing it. Once you feel you've like pretty much got to the nice fluffy like consistency of it, if you're doing what I done, I was actually holding it quite low down, unravel it a bit, and then keep brushing up as far as you can, and then turn it around and brush it in the other direction to get the other end. Now all these bits that I've taken out, you can see they're all clumpy and they're all kind of not very nice looking. So I'm going to put them back on the brush, and with the other one I'm just going to basically brush it with both of them. Just going to keep swapping it from each brush because as you can see it goes from one to the other. And you basically just keep doing this until it's at the nice fluffy consistency again, and then it's ready to use. You don't want to fill up the brushes too much though. It is easier if you do like maybe a smaller bit at a time. I think I overloaded this bit just slightly. But as you can see, it's getting more fluffy. There's still a couple of little chunks in there, so I'll leave that in there. And also it just peels off the brush as well. You'd think because of the wire bristles it would be like kind of hard and it would all get stuck. It actually doesn't. It actually peels out quite easily. So you could always use little scraps for this as well. You don't need like a whole ball of yarn or anything. If you've got little scraps that you've cut off, keep them, and you can use them for needle felting as well. So I'm just placing these into the brush. I'm trying to get them so they go through the bristles, so they at least hold in place, so they break up a bit quicker. And another thing with this as well, it's really cool, is you can mix up colours. You don't have to keep the same one. You can add different shades in there to make your own kind of like funky coloured pattern and stuff. Like you want like a mixed rainbow needle felting like yarn thing. Like you can do that by adding like loads of different colours. Yeah, so this I was trying to make like a grassy colour, so I was doing a few different colours, like shades of green, instead of like needle felting them all on separately and layer up that way. I was just going to do it so the fibres are already mixed. So you just, these come apart a bit more, like it takes a little bit more work for these, but they do come apart. As you can see, they're already kind of gone fluffy. You just keep going backwards and forwards with this, and that's also good to be used. It just takes a slightly longer this way. But that is the way of how to make needle felt and yarn out of normal yarn. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you in my next video, because I don't think there's any more I can say about it. It's literally that. Just cheap wire brushes, brushing out normal yarn to break up the fibres. That's it. Simple as. So thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.